99.5.
Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome to Asia Pop 40, Asia's very first, very hot, and very own homegrown chart.
The official Asian Pop 40 countdown.
Now listen, we have a lot of fans out there all over Asia, a lot of fans of One Direction, okay? Now, I want to talk to you about something that took place very recently. I mean, a lot of hearts were broken all over the world because, of course, Zayn Malik left One Direction, right? But they were here. In your hood. They were here in Thailand. And what, I mean, can you just clarify some things for me? Because after they left Thailand was essentially when Zayn Malik left the band. So you were here at ground zero. Can you give us any gory details, any juicy details about what actually happened? Were they gory? That's the question.
Yeah, well, do you know what, Dom Lau? Exclusive right here. I was there on the night.
You were there at the club, right?
I was at the club.
Okay.
Higher Rooftop Restaurant at Seduction, an awesome club. If you're in, any listeners are visiting Phuket, come down. Seduction is an awesome place. And basically, it was Fatboy Slim, the legend, the producer, the DJ, Norman Cook. He was over.
Yeah.
And basically, One Direction had spent the night in a beautiful place called Sri Pamwa the night before their Bangkok gig, done their Bangkok gig, got back to Phuket, and then they came to that night, and this is when there was a mix-up. So I'm a little bit proud to say that kind of Phuket might have been a reason, or Thailand might have been a reason for the split of One Direction. Sorry, girls. Sorry to all our,
I was going to say, a lot of Direction. He's proud that he split them up.
Well, it was obviously going to happen, maybe, you know.
True,
like,
true.
I think there's, like, what did Zayn say? He said he wanted to live a regular kind of 22-year-old's life. And it must, to be in One Direction, they're so big, sometimes the pressure must be too much, you know.
True. But it's just intriguing to me that, you know, they came down to Phuket, chilled out, went up to Bangkok to do their gig, and then came back down to Phuket. They must have loved Phuket that much.
Well, Phuket does have a bit of an effect on people. It's a beautiful place. People might just get a little carried away.
Yeah.
And One Direction, come on, they're not little boys anymore.
That's true.
They're young men now.
That's true. Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Things happen. Things happen.
Yeah, you know what? The thing is this, you know, what got me is like, I'm like, you know what? These are kids. I mean, they might be the biggest boy band on the planet, but they're just kids, and they're going to do what kids do. I mean, remember what we used to do? Sorry. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to rephrase that. Remember what it was like being 22 years old, you know, when you were just a kid, and that's what you do. You go out, you have fun, you party, and all that kind of stuff, right? Let the guy alone.
Exactly. And they were out there because obviously they're from England, and one of the biggest like influences on DJs to this day, Fatboy Slim was playing.
Yeah.
Nailed his set. Brilliant. Instead of having a bag of records now, he has a box of air horns, and he's just basically constantly Anyway, it looked like they were enjoying it, but also they were in this bubble of like protection, you know. They've got so many guys around them stopping the girls getting through, but obviously some of those girls are pretty focused on getting there, and one of them in particular
succeeded.
got through.
Yeah, indeed.
Broke through the wall.
Indeed. That was well, that's something. I wonder what the security guards are thinking, like the bodyguards. Do they feel as though they let them down? Do you know what I mean? Damn it, we let one slip.
We let one get through the wall. It's like the Game of Thrones, like protect the wall.
Yeah.
The Black Watchers of the Wall. But the thing is as well now, what do you think? Zayn Malik, is he going to release a solo album? Is it going to be Robbie Williams from Take That?
Well, you know what? I'm thinking actually, I mean, he's still so young. I don't know how long One Direction will last, and I don't know if they're going to still be making music by the time these guys are like in their late 20s, early 30s, but I'm thinking to myself, this could be one of the most genius marketing ploys, you know, because one day when One Direction are out there, when they record an album, when they're doing a tour, they'll be like, we have an old friend. We'd like to bring him back onto the stage right now, Zayn Malik. How awesome would that be for the fans?
Well, this is it. It's like the reunion. I wouldn't put it. Well, I mean, in size, yes, but for me recently, Stone Roses, you know, they got back together, and that was just like, you know, that's my time. That's probably like a little bit closer to our time, you know what I mean, for that kind of reunion.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all the fans, Take That as well, getting back together, this kind of thing, it creates a buzz, and that's the magic of music. You know what I mean? That is is the magic of music that kind of, when that happens, it's an explosion.
And that, like for us, I mean, it was nostalgic for me to take that coming back together again, you know, and it'll be the same thing for the Directioners out there. Okay, so there you have it. You heard it first from the man right here. It was like an exclusive right here from J-Bone himself. He was there when One Direction were in Seduction. He was there when the girls got through. He was there when Zayn Malik left with that girl. He saw the whole thing happen. He was there.
People have such a good time in Phuket, it can split up the biggest boy band in the world.
That should be like the new caption, the new slogan for Phuket, right?
Tourism Authority of Thailand. People have such a good time in Phuket, it could split up the biggest boy band in the world.
Have you ever been refused a visa to Australia? Thinking of visiting, studying, or a partner visa to Australia? Call now 076 612 550 or visit ozvisa.org.
Patong Shakers have moved. Shake it up in Rawai, just at the turnoff to Naiharn Beach. Find them on Facebook or email shakersphuket@gmail.com.